Hello friends, due to multiple requests, I will now be streaming editorials in English language instead of Hindi. If you need a change of language, you can contact me in the comment section or you can email me. So this question is a September long challenge division 1, find ZOR. It's quite an easy question. We just have to take a look at, we are given a sequence of positive integers a1, a2 and so on till an. Our task is to find the value of the ZOR of all the elements of the array. We can ask 20 questions to the grader, and in each question he will output the value of a1 XOR k plus a2 XOR k plus dot 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 till an XOR k. So k can be equal to 10 raised to 6, and the constraint on n is still 10 raised to power 3. 10 raised to 3, okay, so ai is 10 raised to power 6. So basically let us take a look. So ai is less than or equal to 10 raised to power 6, which is approximate, which is less than equal to 2 raised to 20 minus 1. That means every number in AI will have 20 binary digits, will be a 20-bit number, can be represented as a 20-bit number. They can be zeros or ones. So now we just need to find each and every bit of the XOR of these. So quick result, suppose A0 is 1 0 0 1, A2 is 0 1 0 1, and A3 is 1 1 1 0. Okay, so as you can see here, the 1 comes an even number of times, so it will be 0. Here 1 comes an odd number of times, so it will be 1. Here 1 comes even number of times, so it will be 0. Here it will be 0. So this will be our answer. So we just need to count if each bit is even number of times 1 or odd number of times 1. If it's even number of times 1, the XOR bit would be 0, and if it's an odd number of times 1, then the XOR bit would be 1. So let us proceed now. How do I get to know this bit is 1? So suppose I take the value of k equals 1. It will XOR everything. Now I take the result and take its modulus with 2. So every bit here will be 2 into x or 2 into anything plus the contributions here. So the result would either be 0 or 1. So if the answer is 0, that means all the contributions here are already neglected due to the mod. So if it is 0, that means either there are zeros ones here, or there are, okay, one more thing. If I take this with 1, the XOR with 1 is 0, so it will count the number of zeros. So if the result is 0, that means there are even number of zeros, and if the result is 1, that means there are an odd number of zeros. So now we take a look at the value of n. If the number of zeros are even and n is even, then number of ones are even, and if number of zeros are odd and n is even, the number of ones are odd, and so on. So okay, so now let me show you the final answer of what we have to do. So let us clear everything. Okay, so okay, let us continue. So first we XOR the numbers with 1, then we XOR the numbers with 1 0, then we XOR the numbers with 1 0 1, then we XOR the numbers with 1 0 1 0, then we XOR the numbers with 1 0 1 0 1. ठीक है. Now let us assume that there are only 5 bits. For now we can extend it. So put this one, put this one, put this one, put this one. So basically these are the numbers we solve with in order for 5 bit numbers. So first, in the first step, we ask the creator this query. So for 5 bits, 5 queries. For 20 bits, it can be extended to 20 queries. So we first ask the creator for this. So and then we mod the result with 2. So all the contributions from here are vanished. The only contributions that are left are by this one, and we can get the number of zeros and the number of ones if they are odd or not. Next, we XOR it with this for the second bit. So we store this result somewhere. Now when we take this, we add this to it so that you know the property that A XOR X plus B XOR X is equal to A plus B XOR X. Okay. So basically, when I XOR it with this, the one, so here it will be the ones would get XORed with 0 to give a 1, and the zeros will get XORed with 1 to give a 1. Hence, when I add it, total contribution from the least significant bit would be 1 into n plus whatever is the contribution from here. As I am going for the second bit, here the contribution would be twice of everything. So first we will subtract this from this result, then take it by 2 so that the contribution reduces to half, then take a mod 4, then take a mod 4 so that this contribution is removed, and now you can easily take a mod, and now you can see if this is equal to 0, 2, and in both cases you know if it is either odd number of ones or even number of ones. Now for the third bit, we take this for the third bit, then we store this result somewhere as res1 or maybe prev, and then add both. Okay, so the contribution due to these 4 bits would be 1 into n plus 2 raised to 1 into n, and we subtract this from our res, then take a by 2 and then take a mod 8. Got it? So, and we continue so on. So now you got the point, right? So now let us take a look at it. So here is the code. We first take a long int t, we take the number of test cases, we then iterate over the test cases, we take the number of elements, we say in them, then we declare the variables, an answer variable, result, prev, etc, etc. Then we set up our queries. Okay, so the first query would have all ones, so all the bits from 0 to 19, basically the first 20 bits, are set to 1. So this is our query. Then we iterate from 0 to 20, 0 to 19, basically we iterate 20 times, each time setting up, see, let me show you. First all bits are 1, then we iterate once to make this 0, then we iterate once to make this 0 and this 1, then we iterate once more to make this 0, 1, 0. Okay, as it's only 20, we can iterate once again, so 20 square 400 will fit in the time complexity very well. So we declare a temp query, we assign it the value query, then we iterate from I minus 1 to 0, and every alternate bit we set to 0. So we'll set every alternate bit to 0, thereby getting a query. For now, we ask the query to the grader, we take in the result, and then we add this result to the previous result we had, right? And this is our answer. If I is greater than 0, then if I is greater than 0, because if I is equal to 0, then there is no pref, right? So there is no use of this by2 command. But if I is greater than 0, then we need to subtract some things out of this. This is this step where we are subtracting this step, 1 into n, 2 into n, and plus 2 raised to 2 into n for the 4th bit, and so on. So this is the subtracting step here, and then we take the by2, because the first bits are doubled, so the answer would not be correct if we don't take a by2. Then we mod it with I plus 1, 2 raised to I plus 1, so that the only contributions that remain are from the current bit. And now if still the f result values is 0, that means the number of contributions of 0 are even. So if n is odd, that means there are an odd number of ones, and we increment this to answer. And similarly for the other case, if the number of zeros are odd. So now we see out the answer, and we see in the flag, and it's always 1. So if you can put anything, you can see that it passes the test cases in a quite feeble way. Because only 20 is to 2, the number of operations are 400. So please like, subscribe, and share my channel, and stay tuned for more videos. Thank you.